Republican candidate Thomas Stalcup is running for the Massachusetts 4th Congressional District, currently held by Democratic Congressman Jake Auchincloss. Stalcup will be on the September 1st primary election ballot. Newton News spoke with Stalcup to hear more about why he's running for office. Momentum is building in Massachusetts' 4th District, where Democratic primaries are around the corner, and the winner will face Dr. Tom Stalcup, the presumed Republican candidate. Residing in Brookline with his family, Stalcup is running on a science over politics platform, rooted in his background as a physicist with a PhD in the field.
I found that you can take on powerful electorates and win if the facts are on your side. And in many cases, they are. And so what we need is journalists to do their job, but we also need people in Washington to do their job.
At the heart of the Stalcup campaign is a push to lower health care costs and improve on the system voters are dealing with today.
I think the best thing to do would be some type of compromise between the Republicans and the Democrats, where you see the value in the single payer or the Medicare for all system, but also see the Republicans' idea where you have the ability to buy health care across state lines. Some hybrid approach where both sides come together.
Stalcup explained lowering the cost of living starts with fixing markets that keep prices high, from healthcare to everyday expenses like housing.
Step one, increase federal minimum wage from a ridiculously low $7 an hour to at least $15 an hour. And then immediately tie that to inflation, because you shouldn't have inflation be an automatic pay cut, regardless of what your salary is. You should not have to put all the extra affordable housing in the maybe not the most desirable places in these communities.
His climate position comes from his physics background, and he argues that climate policy should be grounded in science and accountability, with solutions that work in the real world.
I agree with Elon Musk where solar should be a big player in the new energy. We have a lot of desert where we could do that. So that would be a big one. And also, at the same time, until we do that, natural gas actually seems to be the greenest thing right now if you take away solar. But since we don't have the capacity for solar now, what we have right now, we better start burning natural gas and not coal, not oil. So let's try to do that as much as we can with the correct facilities we have.
A longtime anti-war advocate, Stalcup's foreign policy message focuses on maintaining a strong defense while ensuring any use of force is a last resort, anchored in clear evidence, accountability, and limiting influence of those with financial interests in war. Originally a Democrat, Stalcup shifted to the center and later to the Republican Party after the 2016 election, which now positions himself as a bipartisan-minded choice for Massachusetts voters.
I think the Republican Party in Massachusetts can be a new Republican Party, the Massachusetts Republican Party, which can have more of a voice in the national stage, which can maintain the anti-war stance that Trump actually started and actually is a reasonable thing. And Trump's not going to be here in 2 years. The Republican Party is going to need direction. I want to be part of that, a leader that helps pushing towards that direction where, you could be not just anti-war, but just common sense, reasonable, and making these decisions based on reason and science and correct information rather than misinformation that again leads to war.
When asked the most important thing people would take away from the campaign, Stalcup emphasized one thing: combating misinformation in today's society.
Yeah, if people want to remember him for anything, I think it would be for combating misinformation. That is the one issue that affects every issue. And going into war, healthcare. There's so much misinformation on both sides. And the interesting thing about it is you have two bubbles, media bubbles, a big left-wing media bubble and the right-wing media bubble. And they only get half of the story. And if that's the truth, then that's actually illegal in a court of law. A court of public opinion should be no different. They should be able to never omit facts to mislead the public. And so we have two wings of the public that are actually misled about the other side to hate each other. There's actually there's a lot of hatred, that going on in this country. So combating misinformation will actually help the country come together.
For more information about the Stalcup campaign, you can visit tomstalcup.com. This is Hannah Connors for Newton News.